that.
You'll get a ticket for something. Open the window and shut the car off now and do as you're told.
The car is shut off? Why you got a batter now?
Count to three. One.
Why have you got...
You're being video...
Okay then, so what you've just did there, you're getting a ticket for something. Now, if that is not a Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act of 2015, I don't know what is. That there is the police being excessive, clearly. Misusing his powers, saying he's going to get a ticket for something. Why? Because he's doing what the law states to do. You absolute filthy animal. And if this is still on the streets, that is a disgrace. You've got this filthy animal out doing the same things to other members of the public. Absolute filth. And it gets worse. Not just this, it gets worse. So let's just get into this video.
Look at the roof. The law states...
Smash the window.
There's no need, mate. You need to speak to your office. The law states that this is supposed... You have to, if you change over 1 quarter of your car... What are you doing, mate?
If you don't open the window and shut the car off now and do as you're told...
The car is shut off? Why you got a batter now?
Count to three. One.
Why have you got...
You're being video and audio recorded.
Alright, fair enough. There's no need for the baton.
There is, because you're not doing as you're told. You're going to be yourself lifted to check your documents, because at this minute in time, I don't think you've got any.
So that is the behaviour of a sergeant, which believes he can order people to do whatever he says. And he is legally allowed to use violence. And this is a threat of violence because he is doing what the law states he has to do. He has stopped the vehicle when being asked to do so by a constable in uniform, or the fact that he put your lights on. He is under no obligation to put his window down or even get out of the vehicle.
I haven't got any on me.
Full offence. It's road traffic act. You're not doing as you're told. Now wind the window down and pass me your driving licence. Do as you're told.
I don't have my driving licence on me.
Then there'll be no damage, will there?
I don't have my driving licence on me.
Tell me how and what it should be done.
Right, the car doesn't need to be changed colour because it's not been 100% changed. If you look at the roof, it is still black.
Right, well I don't know that, do I?
Well, you're the police
know that,
officer, mate. You're supposed to know that.
You'll get a ticket for something.
And that there, just everything this sergeant has done to me so far, and we're only, less than 2 minutes into the video, shows that he has committed a Section 26 of the Criminal Justice and Courts Act of 2015. So let's just get straight into it, and it's this here, which is irrelevant. So,
corrupt or other improper exercise of police powers and privileges. 1. A police constable listed in subsection 3 commits an offence if he or she A. He exercises the powers and privileges of a constable improperly, and B. Knows or ought to know that the exercise is improper. 2. A police constable guilty of an offence under this section is liable, on conviction on indictment, to imprisonment for a term not exceeding 14 years or a fine, or both.
So the fact that he's said he's gonna get a ticket for something is improperly exercising his police powers and privileges, and he ought to know that it's improper use of his powers. So he knows full well that what he is doing is improper use of his powers, because it's just said he's getting a ticket for something. Why? Because he doesn't like that this person knows his rights and is more than willing to exercise his rights. Personally, I would have kept my window up and let him smash the shit out of it, and then I would have sued him for assault, battery, aggravated criminal damage, because that's what it is. It's aggravated criminal damage. And then I would have gone after his pension. After him losing his job, I would have gone after his pension by taking him to court and civilly suing him. And every penny he has got, this absolute disgrace of a sergeant. Listen to, he is a sergeant. He's worked his way up to be a sergeant, and this is the behaviour he is. But you'd understand why he's like that when you're a bit further in the video, when you hear what is a sergeant of. So let's just continue.
I'm sorry.
Well, if that's it, you're
So wait, sorry, you're finding something to ticket me for?
What you're saying to me is, I'm a police officer, I should know everything. When it's pitch black, right, for start off with, I'm stopping your car because it's coming back as a black, whatever it is.
Right.
You're not doing as you're told, therefore I'm going to get the situation safe by getting the keys and getting you out of the car and getting you in handcuffs. It's as simple as that, and you're going to be arrested for driving.
Well,
matters,
this is
i.e.
my
no
vehicle.
Insurance and no licence.
This is my vehicle.
Right, well then do as you're told.
Right, there's no need to be so aggressive.
No, I'm being aggressive because you're not doing as you're told, and I don't know whether you're going to try and floor it out of here and run me down, etc., etc.
I ain't getting out of there.
You're turning a simple traffic stop into a big issue. You're going to get yourself arrested in a second for obstructing police and for driving matters. Do you understand? If you don't do as you're told. Now I'm asking you, open the door and get out so I can confirm who you are or show me some identification.
I can confirm.
So there you go. It's just listed off a lot of things he's going to try and use to arrest him. Driving with no license and insurance, which is absolutely nonsense. What else did he say? His driving manner, obstruction. This absolute clown needs to sort his head out. Not only does he need to sort his head out, he needs to be off the force. This is not the police we need. This type of policing is what is creating the diversion between the public and the police, and the whole argument of two-tier policing, and the fact that this police officer will never be held responsible for his actions, ever be held responsible for his actions until police start getting done for Section 26 for abusing their police powers. Police will continue to do it.
Confirm who I am from here, thank you.
As per
With the way you've been.
per the road traffic law, you're meant to produce your driving licence and insurance to me. Why have you got an attitude towards us and saying you can't do this and you can't do that?
Okay then, so let's actually go into what this sergeant is saying, because he doesn't know what he's saying at the moment. He's just saying traffic law. Well, for start, it's not a law, it's an act, and he's actually on about 163 of the Road Traffic Act of 1988, which states any person driving a motor-propelled vehicle on a road must stop a vehicle on being requested to do so by a constable in uniform or a traffic officer. And the same goes for riding a bike. And then so this here is just to stop your vehicle. It doesn't say get out the vehicle or anything like that. And then it says, let's go to 164. 164, powers of constable to request producing of a driving license and in certain circumstances, date of birth. So 164 is for him to get your license or date of birth. If you want to read it, there you go. And then let's go into 165 when I get to the bottom. 165. Powers of a constable to obtain name and address of a driver or others, and to require producing of evidence of insurance and test certificate. So there you go. Again, in here it doesn't say anything about getting out of your vehicle, putting the windows down and doing as you are told. It clearly states produce evidence of insurance and test certificate, and the constable to obtain name and address of a driver and others. He hasn't tried to articulate any section whatsoever. His emotions get in the way and act out of his oath and out of his power, and then obviously powers to seize a vehicle under 165A, and it goes on and on and on. This constable, well, is a bloody sergeant, doesn't understand the legislations or acts he's trying to enforce, and he is misusing his police powers, which is absolutely tyrannical. It's not only tyrannical, I would class it as treasonous, because it is, innit? Come on. What he is doing is an absolute betrayal to his country and the people in the country, acting this way because he's got his little emotions in a tangle.
Well, you're coming at me with a baton. First of all, you don't need to be so aggressive. Why do I need to open the door? You can confirm who
Because
I am
want
from
to get
outside the car.
situation safe and the car switched off.
The car is being switched off as soon as you got here, mate. As soon as I pulled up, I turned the car off.
I didn't know that, did I? I didn't know that, did I?
Did you not hear the diesel engine?
I didn't hear that, did I? You're being argumentative, like I've just said to you. You are turning a simple traffic stop into something more complicated. I'm stopping you because your vehicle comes back as a black vehicle. At this minute in time, all I can see is blue. If I can bottom that out, I can bottom that out. I'm a sergeant from the No Excuse team. You can see the blue lights. You've been ordered to stop. You're not abiding by the road traffic law.
I've stopped and I've put my keys up here, as you can see. My car is stopped.
Right, open the door because I want to have a look at the tint on the windows. Open the door, I want to have a look at the tint of the windows.
Well,
Thank you. So it's not too difficult, is it? It's not too difficult, was it?
no.
You can put the phone down as well.
Definitely not.
Definitely not.
Not with the way you've been
You will be in a
pulling
second,
battens
sir.
out.
You will be in a
Pulling
second
battens
and you'll
out.
be arrested.
What for?
Pardon?
What
Like
for?
I've just explained to you. Obstructing police, not allowing me to do my duty, and not allowing me to check whether you've got a driving licence and insurance, which I'm empowered to do.
So, as you heard, is the sergeant of the No Nonsense team. No Nonsense team. So, does that mean you get to act the way you did in this interaction? Not a goddamn chance. This absolute buffoon needs to be held accountable for his actions. You've seen he was more than willing and probably did end up arresting this person for some trumped up charges, and the fact that he's gone to the extent to we need the door open to check the tint. No, the window can be open to a little bit more than it is now. This absolute twat needs to be gone, in my opinion. He is a disgrace to the uniform, and he makes everybody who wears the uniform in danger from his actions because of his tyrannical ways of policing. Now, do I agree with this constable at all? No. He can't articulate the laws he's trying to enforce. Is extremely heavy-handed, unnecessarily, and he uses threats of violence, unlawful violence, because he hasn't got his way. We've seen what laws he was trying to enforce. What you didn't see when I said laws is I did the finger thing, you know, laws to take the piss, because it's not a law, it's an act, and under that act is under this person's under no obligation to get out of his vehicle or lower his window. He is only required to stop his vehicle, which he did do, and to produce his documents, which he didn't do because he hasn't got them on him, but the police have all of the databases in his car right there to establish all of the information he needs. But he is not going to do that because he is an emotional little boy. All of this is just my opinion. Let us know in the comments down below what you thought of this interaction. As always, like the video, it does open YouTube's algorithm, and I'll catch you on the next one.